Esoteric Experiences here. I'm Zach, and this is a personal account. This is a story I'd like to tell you from my life, and I guess if I had to title it, I'd title it Potential Alien Abduction or Extremely Vivid Dream. I'd like to lean towards the latter, but it's very weird. When I was a kid, high school age, my mom sold the house. So me, my mom, my brother, and my sister, we were moving to a new house, but it hadn't been closed on yet, so we couldn't move in. So we put our stuff in a storage unit for the month, and we moved in with my aunt, uncle, and two cousins. We were close with them. They only lived about 2 miles away from us. And so it was a nice month. It was the end of summer into the beginning of fall, September time. So my cousin is a September baby, so he had a birthday party. And during that birthday party, a bunch of people came over. We had family, his friends, and it was a good time. They have a big house, nice porch. It was awesome. After that, everybody seemed to leave as the night went on, and by the end of the night, it was just I guess at that point it was like 9 of us, but still, we all went inside. Me and my cousin were playing video games. My sister and my other cousin watching TV, whatever it was. We were spending our night together. And so we went to bed, and the way that we had done it is they had a bunch of rooms, and it was kind of sleep where you fall. So other than my aunt and uncle and my mother in the guest room, us cousins, we would end up sleeping in either the bonus room, the 2 living rooms, potentially on a pull-out couch in the nice finished basement. Like it just happened to be anywhere. And on this night, I fell asleep in my younger cousin's room. They had set up a nice big air mattress. And I had fallen asleep in there with my brother and my cousin. It was a big bed, but we all fell asleep on the bed. There was a TV that we had on. We always fell asleep with the TV, and that was where I had slept that night. At some point in the night, I had a dream, and the dream felt real. So this is what happened. I had woken up in the night, just my eyes opened, and the TV was still on, and I felt like someone was in the room. And I was being picked up, like hung underneath someone's arm. They were like carrying me like you would carry, I don't know, like a rug. And I was looking down half at the floor at this point once I had been picked up, and I was moving towards the closet. And all I could think as I was moving towards the closet was, there's a window in there. There's a window in there. And internally I was freaking out. I couldn't move or nothing. It felt like sleep paralysis. And went towards the closet, and the door opened, and as soon as we got to the opening of the door, I could feel the cold rush. It was a cold, windy night that night, and the window was wide open. And I was just slowly pushed out the window. I was levitating, it felt like. And I remember I was looking straight up. My body had turned, and I was looking straight up at the night sky and the stars, and I could feel the cold, and then nothing from there. The next moment that I could recall, I was in some kind of room. I guess the best way I could describe it is a small corridor. I was seated in like a cold metal chair, seated upright with my arms at the side on the rests, and I was staring at like a weird oval television monitor. And I was sitting straight up. I couldn't move my head. I could just move my eyes. I couldn't move my arms. I couldn't move anything. And I was staring ahead at the screen. And when I strained my eyes to the left, I could see there was a couple seats next to me. I was at the end. And each one had these screens in front of them, like these weird television-ish monitors. And then at the end was like a doorway. And it was like a metal corridor, and there was a light on, light was coming through, and the door was open, and I was just seated there. And so the television monitor turns on. Jesus Lord! What the hell? All right, we continue. Whew, I don't like that one bit. Whew. Okay. So, whew, I don't know what that was. So the television monitor turns on. That freaked me out. I felt like something touched me and something moved behind me. Okay, whatever. I'm not even gonna put on this persona. I'm a weirdo. Like, I get freaked out by things. I love the occult. This story's real. This is what happened to me. I want to believe that it was all a dream and some kind of sleep paralysis, but I doubt that it was because it's just so absurd. The only thing that it has to be a simulation then. Like, that's where my brain goes. I just don't believe it. Like, so the TV turns on, the monitor turns on, and the number 10 pops up. And I'm like, oh. And it's like, did you ever see that, like, badmouse.avi or whatever it was called, like, with Mickey Mouse walking across the screen? It was like that. I was like, what is this? And that's when I thought it was a dream. So I was like, it's a dream. And so, like, Mickey Mouse walks through, and then it goes 9. It goes black again, 9. And then Mickey Mouse comes back through again, and then 8, and he comes through again. But by, like, 7 or 6, I don't remember, 6, 7, he walks by again. And it's, like, getting distorted. It's, like, this. There's no sound, but, like, it's just, like, distorting. Like, I don't know. It's, like, curving, and, like, almost like you hit the TV in the middle, and it's all warped towards it, and it just got, like, darker. Saturation was down. It was just weird. And as it got to like 4 and 3, it was creeped me out. But I started having this thought. I'm like, once it hits one, what's going to happen? And I'm just like freaking out in my head. And so it finally hits 1. It comes on, turns off completely. And I can see the reflection of what looks like a gray alien standing over my left shoulder. And I just like saw white. I was like, oh my God, like just freaked out, just lost my mind. And then I wake up, shoot straight up in bed. I'm like, okay, it was a dream. The little TV that was on the side, which was on like Hannah Montana or something, is now on static. Dead silent, not muted. And then I turn the TV up, and it goes to like the next TV station. I go back down, it goes back to like Disney Channel. And I'm like, how did it get to static? I'm like, that's freaky. The window is wide open in the closet. It's freezing in the room. Like, it was like frigid. Like, it was like for September, it was like a 40-degree night. So it was cold. Not frigid, but it was cold. And I'm like slumped half off the bed and I'm sore as hell. And I'm just like freaking out. Like, that freaked me out. I turned the light on. Both my cousin and my brother were still asleep. No one seemed to recognize that the window was open and that they were so cold. And I'm like, this is so creepy. Whatever. I finally eventually go back to bed, wake up in the morning. I'm sitting there on the couch. I'm still freaked out. Like, I remember it as like clear as day right now. Like, I was freaked out. And then I go and stand by the porch window. And I'm leaning my head against it, like trying to gather myself still. And I look down, and at some point in the night, my cousin lost a $20 bill. It was super windy that night. Like, it was super windy. And sitting there, perfect. Like, it was just sitting there like it was perfectly placed right in front of the door. It was a $20 bill. When I opened the door, nothing was sticking it there. I just picked it up, and it was still windy at this point. Like, how did that thing blow right there where we were coming in and out the whole night? Like, there's a hot tub on the back porch. There's like 40 people there. Like, what do you mean? This just ended up there and no one saw it for the entire night. I was like, that's weird. Like, and since that moment, like, it's just messed with me. Like, again, like, if it was just a weird dream where I sleepwalked due to stress, maybe I was moving, opened the window, maybe my cousin did. I don't know. Whatever. I can accept that. It was weird, but whatever. But that $20 bill just sitting there, like, freaked me out. Like, it still does to this day. Like, how did it get there? Like, how did it not blow away? Like, when I picked it up, nothing was sticking it to it. It wasn't staticky or, like, stuck. It was just sitting there. Almost like they wanted me to know. Like, yeah, that happened. Huh. I don't know. It was weird. And then as I'm sitting here telling the story, like, me freaking out, like, I don't know. Personal account.